Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're going to be talking about Mercury in retrograde. And usually, when I bring up these words, the first thing people ask me is, how is it going to affect me? We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to pull some angel cards to give you a little bit deeper insight. So make sure you stay on until the end and like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you'll get a message every time I post a new video. So let's talk about Mercury in retrograde. Mercury and every planet besides Earth, because it's only from our point of view, looks like from time to time that it starts to go backwards. And it's just an optical illusion, really isn't going backward. It just looks like it is. Because of that, it kind of changes the energy that we feel like we're getting here on Earth. So Mercury affects all types of communication, logical thinking, travel, speech, partnerships, creative projects, friendships, romances, cars, computers, anything to do with communication. A lot of us now have computers in our car, and so that can cause computer problems in our car. It can bring cell phones down. It can leave a lot of messages, emails, text messaging, or messaging on different sites, Facebook, Instagram, and several others, in people leaving messages that aren't really clear. And sometimes because they're not really clear, it can upset people and can bring us to a new phase of like, what the heck are you talking about? I'm going to explain this as simply as I can. So let's just talk about this. Because this happens to every planet except for Earth, because it's our point of view, it really is a great time to really think about like, what is retrograde motion? People on our planet for thousands of years have been experiencing or looking at the planets, and it looks like they're reversing. And this has been happening, like I said, for thousands of years. So it's not anything new. We're kind of used to it. But a lot of people, when they first become aware of it, get really afraid of it. Like, oh my gosh, what is this doing? This is a really amazing yet strange time to start rethinking, revisit, reevaluating, reviewing, reconsidering, kind of reevaluating what's coming up next, that reconnection to anything that have gone wrong in our lives. What's gone wrong in the last few months or the last couple of years that we could bring forward and kind of like look at one more time, bringing us to a new healed state. This is also a great time where we can kind of envision what we are choosing. How would we want this to upgrade? How do we want to improve our communication, not only with maybe ourselves, with our family, with our friends, with our coworkers, our bosses? How are we re-evaluating all of this and re-looking at it? You can visualize retrograde in a very interesting way. So let's think of two cars on a track. And we on Earth are in a much bigger, much heavier, slower driving car. And it takes 365 hours to circle around our track one time. But there is a smaller, lighter, leaner traffic or car in traffic with us, and their orbit is only 88 minutes long, but theirs is a little bit inside of ours. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. As both cars race around the track, at some point the other car will look like it's starting to slow down. It's an illusion. It may look like it's maintaining its distance, or even stopped, and then at some point it may look like it's starting to speed up. Well, that's retrograde. When it starts to slow down, that's pre-shadow. Full retrograde, it'll look like it's maintaining where it is. It's not losing ground, it's not gaining ground, it's just kind of maintaining. And then when it looks like it's starting to speed back up and catch us again, that's in post-shadow, and that's what the planets look like to us. So how can we deal with some of these things? When we're communicating with others, make sure that we're getting to the bottom of the issue. Make sure that we're kind of digging everything out to come into a new healed state. I want to make sure that this miscommunication isn't going to happen in this area one more time with this person. So let's go through all of it. Make sure that if it's your fault in any way, that you are asking for apology. Make sure that you're asking for it. I apologize, we had a misunderstanding. I thought it was this time and you thought it was this time. Clear it all out. And now what is our new choice? It's we're going to reconfirm with each other or ask for clarity on the time and the date and what things are going to happen. Second, when you have travel issues or other things that are going wrong, take it with ease. It's one of those never do anything at the last minute during travel in retrograde. Make sure that you have plenty of time to get wherever you need to go, that you're leaving plenty of time, and relax. When you start kind of pushing this energy like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be late, I'm going to be late, Mercury's like, oh, just wait, I'll make you later. But if you kind of go, okay, I've got 24 hours to be where I need to be, and I have plenty of time to get there, it makes it easier and more relaxed to move through this and be excited about your journey. It's one of those when you take this with ease and grace and fun, it just makes it so much lighter and easier to work with things. You may also have issues with partnerships. This could be coworkers, friendships, romances. If you have a miscommunication, make sure that you're kind of figuring out, just like the other one, like pull it all out. Where's the miscommunication? Where can I make this better? How can I make this better? Bring things that haven't been working to an end, so you can kind of get to a new healed state in this. This is a great time to bring things to an end. If you've been reading a book or writing a book, or if you've been writing things down or trying to finish a project, this is a great time to bring things to an end. I'm completed with this. I'm ready for this to be over. One of the things that I think is really interesting is most people are afraid of Mercury in retrograde. I love Mercury in retrograde. I know, crazy. This is a great time that we're having a cosmic restart. It's a great time to kind of pull up the issues and look at them and kind of learn from the mistakes and move forward. Mercury in retrograde is a great time to reevaluate what we've been doing and how we're doing it. And it kind of can bring some challenging aspects to it. But if we take that with grace and ease, it will make this so much easier. I promise it really, really will. So I thank you for joining me tonight. So let's do a couple of angel cards for Mercury in retrograde and see if we can get us a new understanding about all of this energy. Serenity. This is a great time to be peaceful about it. Anything that you fight or argue with has to raise its energy to do this with you. And that's not where we want to be with any of this. So take it with peace and calm and loving understanding. It's going to make it so much easier for all of us. Focus. Focus on the things that you can work on. When you have a miscommunication, find the root of that miscommunication. When you have a project that you've been working on and it hasn't come to an end, focus on ending that. Focus on coming to an end of things during Mercury in retrograde. Let's pull another card here. Spiritual growth. Spiritual growth is a great thing to focus in on. Finishing a book that you started that you haven't quite gone all the way through, that's a great thing to bring into a healed state at this time frame. And then make sure that you are willing to move your energy forward. Ideas and inspiration. Make sure that any ideas that start during this time frame that you are keeping track of, that you are moving this energy in a new healed state so things can continue to get better and better for you. And remember, Mercury in retrograde isn't so bad, and you can work through this. I thank you for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.